Hey everyone, hey, it's Yang Lee here. Uh, Filming this after I received my Bachelor's of Science uh, for Business Management not so long ago. So uh, I just recently completed that, and I do want to say that. So I did accelerate uh, to get my degree right from WGU, Western Government University, and just to kind of so this kind of video is kind of just to kind of talk about how I did it, why I did it, and kind of some of the things that came up to me that kind of became barriers for me, right, to speed up the process. So uh, yeah, so let me just get into it. So um, just kind of give a backstory, right? So for me, I'm a what's the title? I guess my former job, right? So it was a facility manager slash reliability engineer, right, for a fulfillment center, and in that aspect, I did a lot of things uh, that like a business would do, right? So like looking at the invoices, uh, getting quotes, um, just the business operation, management, right? A lot of those things, and it kind of translated back to for my business degree, right? The goal to get a business degree. Um, so I was in that role for about 5 years. So um, taking all that into aspect, it was very helpful for me to uh, to get into business management, right, for the degree, right. So that went pretty well. Um, so for a business degree, right, the business management, that felt like the most fitting choice from the skills that I gathered from my job. Um, working that job for 5 years. So from WGU. So that was a pretty simple choice for me. So I chose that, and I told myself I would do everything in within one term, right, 6 months. Um, yeah. So the first month comes along. Um, yeah, I passed around. I want to say about three classes at that time. I also did transfer in like some basic classes. So like history. I think it was critical thinking. I forgot which ones, but there was only like four classes I was able to transfer in, right, from my community college from years and years ago. So uh, it wasn't exactly too helpful. Probably would have only delayed me by like a month, uh, but yeah, those classes got transferred in. So four classes, and then in that first month I completed around three, right? And then the second month, I completed around four. So around every month, I did about four classes each time, and in about the 75% mark of the whole curriculum, right, of the business degree, business management. Um, I failed one of the OA, so the objective assessment. So um, that set me back because I wasn't anticipating that uh, when you fail one exam, you have to do the whole process, right? The whole class, um, the everything, right? All the course materials, the flashcards, the recommendations from the instructor, right? So that sent me back about like a week or two just for one class. And I think I did that for about two classes. And then that made me end up finishing out my first semester only at around 75% done. And that was a big accomplishment. Um, I mean, despite the fact that I really wanted 6 months, right, just one term to be utilized for my degree, right, complete everything ASAP, but I mean, it's fine. It wasn't that bad because actually started learning some real better things in a sense, right? Because so like again, like going back to my little history, right? So like um so I know the terms, right? I know the methodology, right? Out there in the real world for these things that are being stated in the business classes, but um when when you look at the theory of all these things that are being out there and being outdone in the field, right? There's some nuances there that someone that actually studied the craft and actually know what the history and the backstory of those kind of things, right? Those people have a leg up in a sense because they truly know about the reason why they're doing certain things, right? So I was able to get 75% done in one semester, and that set me back for a little bit. Then I went to the second semester, and and the thing that I don't think I heard too much right back when I was researching about WGU and the business degrees, right? And for acceleration, is that the burnout, the burnout is real, right? Especially if you're trying to rush through the whole courses, right, to try to get the completion, right? And I completed a lot of them, right? And completed a lot of them. I lost my Saturdays and Sundays, right? The hours after work, right? And I had some long hours after work, so um like those things affected me, and it really like burned me out, right? So the second semester, I took it really slow. um I did go through the full courses on each one, right? Even if I passed the pre-assessment, right, I would still try to get for 80 to 90%, like good on the assessment, right? Pre-assessment. So um that's where my mind was for the second semester. And those classes were pretty fun, I'd say. Yeah, pretty fun. The Once you get to the end of the business curriculum, like you start everything all adds up together. And if you've done those kind of you've been in a business role or business management or a manager role, right? And you actually done a lot of like the background type of work. Um, it's actually pretty familiar, and it's honestly it's really engaging and really like it's good. It's good because like these are the things that like separate departments would be reading and then actually doing out there in the field, or like executives, so um yeah, so it was pretty fun, right? um but yeah, like the second semester, I completed that. um yeah, I just slowed that down to the 6 months. Once my four classes were done, I just rested for a bit, and then the third semester, that's I only had two classes for that. That took 1 month, and actually, let me step back. 1.5 month, and that was pretty easy, not too bad. Um, yeah, I forgot which other class it was, but I know the final class, the capstone project, that was really really cool, really engaging. Um, Also, it was nice because 'cause out there, right? I've been a manager for a long while, and actually putting out there, like putting the theory out there, and then actually um, utilizing it to what I know out there in the field, right? And like the companies that I work with, right, or the suppliers that I engage with, like I started researching and I started looking into that, and I'm like, wow, this isn't even that bad. This is actually pretty easy, right? I mean, of course, easier said than actually doing it, but um, I put it out there on the paper, and that was actually pretty good. So um, yeah, after I done that, I think I took like 3 days, and then I got the pass, right? So it was pretty good. It was pretty easy. The capstone is it's not bad. It's only gonna be bad if if one didn't actually learn everything from all the prior classes. So um, yeah, uh, all in all, it took about 1 year actually. Yeah. It's like 1 year and 1 month, right, for my whole bachelor's of science, business management degree. So uh, pretty good. Um, I like it. Uh, I only went down this road because I wanted a degree just in case, uh, um, in case I lost my job, right? Because the next job I need, right, as a manager, it probably will need a degree, right? And so that was one of my motivations for that. So uh, I ended up actually getting a better job, right, without my degree, just not so long ago. So it ended up not being really needed, but at the same time, it's actually really cool. It's also really nice, right? Nice to have. It's also a really big achievement, personally, because um, I didn't have no degree. I don't have no associate's degree prior either. So now I have a bachelor's degree, right? Accredited, and all that jazz. So um, in the future, if I ever wanted to move out, get a new job, right, I can get a higher chance of getting a job, right, because I got the experience already. So, um, all in all, good, happy. It's easy in a sense, because being a facility manager and reliability engineer for so long, 5 years, right? A lot of this stuff was already I done them multiple times, right? Nobody told me exactly what they were, but I understood the concept of many of the things, right? Maybe not the math stuff, statistics specifically, uh, but uh, yeah. So there was a lot of good stuff. So I really do say it was a great journey. Also the payment, right? Payment plan wasn't that bad. As a working individual, um, West Coast, in California, right? So the wages are higher for the higher cost of living. So, I make like 100,000, right? So, um, it's not too bad in a sense. So, a lot of bills already, and one more added bill, but it's manageable. $4,000 every well, it's actually probably more. It's probably about $5,000 every 6 months, right? And also for the semester that has less than 12 credits, right? I mean the full term credits. I forgot exactly how many it is. It's probably 12, but yeah. So that gets prorated. So my last semester it was only about like around like probably 1,000 2,000. So not bad. Really, it's pretty good. Um, yeah. I do recommend WGU, Western Government University, the business management degree, uh, especially if you're in the facility manager or the uh, reliability engineer. I personally would say so because me being that in that role for about 5 years, like it's nice to have the theory behind all these things, right? And so we can really understand of how we can get the tasks done better, right? I feel like after doing everything right here, right, I truly can understand of how processes work in a sense for like the business operations, right? Because I was in the maintenance area, but now I know how to like those kind of things operate in the background, um, from a business wise, right? So, I mean, you can take that anywhere, and now that I have like the theory behind it, right? I can really talk to people about these kind of things. So, uh, So yeah, it's just one of those things that that especially if you're in the field for so long without no degree, right? I think it would be good to just have the degree, right? Um, it's kind of level out the playing field, right? Um, and and for me, right, I don't got no kids, right? Um, I got a spouse, but nothing crazy, right? I got bills to pay. I got many things that I need to do. So, um, yeah. So like those are the things that I would say.